Hello, very warm welcome. Has the time come for the Canadian driver Nicholas Latifi to be dropped? He's had 21 F1 starts as I record this, 17 in 2020 and 4 in 2021. Now, Nicholas Latifi. This is what I find about Nicholas Latifi. He's never going to beat George Russell. And he doesn't stand out. He never stands out. Like, you look at Mazepin, stands out for probably the wrong reasons. Russell's Mr. Saturday. Max is aggressive. Lewis is special. The media have no interest to mention Nicholas Latifi. One, because he never performs on track. And two, they just never talk about him. He's a guy who goes under the radar, and he's only on the grid because of his dad having a lot of money, as we see with Stroll, who's proved himself, and the reason Mazepin is on the grid now. He was very lucky to get the seat in the first place, Nicholas Latifi, as Nick de Vries won the F2 championship and really should have got the drive, but Latifi's pound notes speak. This is what I find with Nicholas Latifi. He never stands out. He never stands out. What is Nicholas Latifi's high point in his 21 race career so far in F1? Probably his debut at Austria, where he finished P11 just outside the points. He has finished P11 quite a few times, but he never beats Russell. You look at his results: 11th, 17th, 19th, 15th, 19th, 18th, 16th. Of course, the car doesn't help. He's in a very bad car. But he doesn't show me anything. He just doesn't. He had a very good Imola. And then what does he do in the race? Comes back on the track dangerously and collides with Mazepin. And they're the opportunity days where Williams have a chance to score points, and they can't score points because Latifi was in the wall. Now, I think it may be time to drop Nicholas Latifi. Williams are not very good. They need to progress as a team, and they have done so. But it's mainly down to George Russell. George Russell is a future world champion, so it's pretty hard to judge against Latifi, as Latifi is not going to be a world champion. But I asked the question, is it time for Nicholas Latifi to be dropped? And 21 races, like I say, he doesn't stand out to me. He's just a driver who is on the grid. The media have no interest to talk about him. None of his performances are standout. He just goes under the radar week in, week out. He gets pummeled by Russell. Look at the race just gone. Spain, 0.8. 0.8 in qualifying. Now, Russell, for me, should be in the Mercedes. Every year, we have it with a driver. They're not good enough. You have Marcus Ericsson, not good enough. Gutierrez, not good enough. Last year, it was... Who was it last year? Albon. Then you have it with, Gasly, one year was not good enough. Every single year, there's a standout driver that's not good enough. And it's consistently this year. We're only 4 races in. It could turn around. Latifi could make me look stupid and score points. But I don't see it. Mazepin and Latifi are the worst drivers so far this season. Yeah. Comment down below. Give me some positives about the Canadian. If you're Canadian, if you are Canadian, you're going to support Lance Stroll over Latifi. He's in the sport because he has a big backing by Lavazza, is it? Lavazia? A driver, for me, who was very lucky to be on the grid in the first place. He only got on the grid in the first place due to financial circumstances once again. And he's had 21 races, and I just don't see where he's standing out myself. Austria, 2020, his first race, 11th. That was carnage. Italy was carnage. He finishes 11th. And Imola, 11th. Yeah, maybe the time has come for Nicholas Latifi to be dropped. Williams, Claire Williams stepped aside. Simon Roberts comes in. They've got backing from Dalton. I mean, George Russell, I'm sick to death of him being in the Williams, to be honest, because he deserves better. I mean, George Russell regularly takes Nicholas Latifi to score. It would be interesting to see Latifi up against another driver. But yeah, I would say he's on very thin ice for me, Nicholas Latifi. If it was up to me, I'd probably give him to the end of the season. But if there's no improvement, we need to see someone replace him. F2 champion, maybe. Jack Aitken, can he get in? Yeah. What I would love to see is Valtteri Bottas bang to Williams, Russell to Mercedes, and let's see how Latifi can do against Bottas. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts on the Canadian. I would love to know. And yeah, there we have it. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Really looking forward to see what happens for the rest of the season with Latifi. But I'm beginning to get to that point now where enough is enough. Like I say, it's on the title there. Should Latifi be dropped? Comment down below your honest thoughts. I will always reply. And if you are Canadian, surely you would support Lance Stroll over Latifi. Now, it is kind of sad that we won't be going to Canada this year due to the COVID, which is disappointing, because Latifi actually hasn't drove his home race yet, has he? Because Canada was not on. Yeah, it wasn't on last year. Yeah, 2020 he came in. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame for Latifi that he can't drive around Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, but yeah. The media never mention Latifi, and that's not a good sign. Yeah, you want the media to talk about you. You want yourself to be publicised. Probably the most publicity Latifi's got was when we were in lockdown, and he was doing the virtual races. He came across as quite a likeable and approachable guy on his Twitch channel. But I mean, I don't hate Nicholas Latifi, but we're talking about Formula One, and I give an honest opinion. Latifi just doesn't stand out. He never stands out, and that's why he never gets a mention on a weekend by the media. It's like the media they haven't got anything to talk about Nicholas Latifi. He's slowly going about his business. I mean, say the next race, Monaco, for example. Latifi could go and out-qualify Russell, and then we get to talk about Nicholas Latifi. Monaco is absolutely crazy, carnage. Who knows? Maybe that's a big opportunity for Williams to score points for the first time in absolutely ages. Maybe Latifi can show what he's about, but I'm not seeing enough of it by the Canadian. Of course, he's in a bad car, but Russell's shining in that bad car, getting through to Q2 on a regular basis. When was the last time? Actually, they did both get through, didn't they? The Williams into Q2, but yeah, Latifi. If Russell's getting through to Q2, Latifi's got to be in Q2. So yeah, comment down below your thoughts on Nicholas Latifi, and yeah, the signs are looking inevitable that Nicholas will lose his seat.